work, which I know is a bummer. Unfortunately, I can't help that at the moment. I am working with my coworkers to see if I could get on a regular schedule, but feel free to stop over sometime. I'm working on a Litten, although I just noticed one of my ears missing. Oh, there it is. I'm thinking a cat got it. So there's the other ear. And let me turn on Revlo real quick. Oh, it says I'm still not online, so I have to wait a second for Revlo to work. I almost wasn't going to stream tonight. Southeast Michigan didn't have power for a couple of days. It was a big nightmare because I'm a nurse and we didn't have power at work. Other jobs, when you don't have power, it's like, oh man, close up shop, go home. Nursing, when you don't have power, your supervisor hands you a flashlight and says, good luck. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I wonder if being a teacher would have been easier. Nope. Still says I'm offline. Okay, gotta wait a minute. Unfortunately, Revlo doesn't like to track until it says I'm online, but sometimes it doesn't say I'm online right away. Hey, Paracord Pete, how are you doing? Well, if you see me, maybe I'm online now. Yay, I'm online now. Can you hear me? I had problems with my sound earlier. Jimmy strikes again. I think I know what caused it, but I'm still gonna blame Jimmy. Here, let's do the old, can you hear me now? Better, I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, awesome. It's been an interesting week for me. All of Southeast Michigan, well, not all of Southeast Michigan, the part that I live in, lost power for a couple of days. I got power back at work. Didn't have power back at work. That was the hard part. Paracord Pete, thank you for the host. I don't like this size needle. I was just saying other jobs, you power gets knocked out. They close up shop and are like, okay, everybody go home. Nursing, you don't have power. My supervisor handed me a flashlight and said, good luck. Thanks. So that was annoying. Working all night long with no power. The day shift has the benefit of like light coming in through the windows, so it's not as bad. I didn't have that benefit. It's food to you, but there was no address. No, I know. I was just joking about that. I was really bummed though because I sent in a application for Twitch partnership, and then my power goes out. I was like, seriously? Seriously? Right now? But hopefully everything's back to normal. Tirade is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, Tirade. And then I almost didn't stream tonight. I was like, you know what? I need a day to get everything organized and settled and clean because my house looks like a mess. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna stream. So I didn't clean, and I didn't get to start on time. But oh well, what you gonna do? Did you forget to pay your power bill? Yes, I forgot to pay the power bill for all of Southeast Michigan. I don't like to brag, but I take care of about 1 million people's power bills. The wind was crazy that day. That knocked out all the power. We had something like 50 miles an hour wind or something like that. They were saying on the internets. I couldn't watch the news. I had to check. I had to check the websites on my phone. My work has a generator, but it's only like certain lights and it's only certain plugs. So I was trying to get some news of what's going on. And you know, in the winter we'll have storms and power will go out, but it'll be like for like a night or a few hours. Not like, you know, a couple of days. That was ridiculous. Not blaming DTE, by the way. That was totally not their fault. I think they did a fantastic job with how bad the damage was. They called in people from other states to come in and help. Uh, had crews working around the clock, and it was still, you know, freaking cold outside. So I think they did a fantastic job. But yeah, so it's been a little chaotic, uh, which made me mail. Oh, my camera's a little crooked, isn't it? Can I turn this? Here, let's go like that. There we go. Which made me mail Cactus a little later than I wanted to. I didn't mail her until Friday morning. And I lost money on shipping on that one, which is a bummer. But that's my fault. When I make custom items and I, you know, quote people prices, I make a guesstimate about shipping, and I guessed it was going to be $5. Well, it was was it 7.30 or 7.80, something like that. And it was over $7. So I lost a couple bucks on shipping on that one, but it's hard to guesstimate how much shipping's going to be when I've never made anything like that before, so I'm just like pulling a number out of a hat. I think I need to start some kind of like wait until it's done to pay for shipping. I don't know. Or overcharge on shipping, and then if it's significantly less, like more than $1 or two, uh refund them back some money, maybe. I don't know. There's got to be a way for me to do it. Um do 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 do. Oh, I forgot to start my project timer up, didn't I? Uh-oh. Where's my mouse? Start. Forgot to start my project timer back up. Damn you, Java, leave me alone. Oh no, that one's Intel. Intel Recovery Agent. Well, I can't help with power went out. You incorrectly turned off your computer last session. Yeah, not my fault, sorry. Normally I don't turn off my computer. Not unless it tells me I have to. I do want to hold these down a little bit. I think I'm gonna do that. Makes commands about politics and art. Hey Jay, pay no attention to the Pokemon on the screen. How you doing, Jay? I know, did you, but it looks great. Uh, I take it you saw my new rules. Do, do, do. Some weird cash on my arm from yesterday. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, rash. I saw the rules. See, I'm a little slow on the uptake. People make jokes at me all the time and it takes me a second, which is probably not a good environment for me for Twitch, but you know, what you gonna do? I'm a little slow on the uptake for jokes. I blame it on my extremely literal mind. But there's a rule for you in there. You realized you have like 7 or 8 commissions for me. Don't respect the J? It should be don't disrespect the J. What, did I spell it wrong? Don't tell me I spelled it wrong. Now I have to go check. How do I see my rules without going to my channel? Hi, Nuka. Yeah, it says respect the mods, not disrespect the mods. Don't scare me like that. I thought I spelled it wrong. No, that's the rule. Don't respect you. No, it says respect the mods, which is you and my husband, but he's never actually in chat, so. And Little Blue Box is hosting me for 6 viewers. That's awesome. Thank you. You're my biggest client? Well, that's okay. Somebody's got to be. My biggest client used to be a coworker of mine. Like, she was ordering stuff every month or two. I made like probably $1,000 off of her total. And then she quit that job and went to work somewhere else. And I was so sad. Like, no, come back. Call me. Call me. I love you. She had a bunch of kids though, that's why. So she's always buying them stuff. Okay. Got the tail. Oh, I gotta do the stitching on the head. I think I need a yarn Zeke, a set of yarn drumsticks that look like Taco Bell burritos. A set of yarn drumsticks that look like Taco Bell burritos. So do you want them to be actual drumsticks? I used to have drumsticks around here somewhere. I don't know where they are right now though. Because to make the dunk noise, you need it to not be soft. You need it to be like that plastic or that wood or whatever. Oh, you need a yarn Zeke, comma, and then a set of yarn drumsticks that look like Taco Bell burritos. I don't know. I don't know about the Taco Bell burritos. I might have to think about that one. The yarn Zeke I can do probably though. That one won't be a problem. Okay. How am I gonna do this one? My best friend is in a band and we're opening for some major bands in a couple months. He always jokes he wants to be sponsored by Taco Bell. Oh. I have seen a pattern for a crochet taco, which I keep telling my night supervisor I'm gonna make for him, but I keep forgetting. Uh, he's like super addicted to Taco Bell. But think so. You want me? Okay, so trying to combine the idea of drums with Taco Bell will probably be a little easier than Taco Bell drumsticks or burrito drumsticks, because I don't think he wouldn't be able to use them. They'd have to be decorative. Uh, I don't know. Let me think about that one. This is from Pokemon Sun and Moon, the new one that came out November? Was it November? It's been recently, semi-recently. Uh and it's one of the starters, Litten, it's the fire starter. Yes, November. Yeah. I know, because I had to wait all the way till February to get it. Okay, now what you said, your best friend is in a band, but we're opening for some major bands. Does that mean you're in the band too? Or you're just like a big supporter of the band? And I'm pretty sure I asked you this already and I forgot. Sorry. Supporter, but also staff. Okay. Let me say, because if you want to get a girl, what you should do is learn an instrument and be in the band. That's always a good way to get girls. I had my fair crushes on musicians when I was growing up. Or get a dog. Dogs also work. Um, teacup pigs work. Uh, go babysit someone's kid and take them for a walk around the park. That usually works. Like, oh no, I'm just babysitting, helping a friend out. And then they're like, oh my God, you're so good with babies. Dating tips from VR. Yes. And you can always find a parent willing to have a free babysitter for an afternoon. Where's my... Oh, here you are. Wait, that should be dating tips with farm. Or with yarn, I mean. Someone kept calling me farm. And is this plugged in already? Holy crap, it is. I thought ahead for once, guys. Someone kept calling me farm, and so that's been sticking in my head. I don't prefer to be called farm. I'd rather be called yarn, personally. But it got stuck in my head. Okay, so I need this to warm up, and I need to cut out some yellow and black for the eyes. There's my scissors. Not these ones, my scissors for... Where's... Oh my god. We also need a tracker for how many times does yarn have to go look for things. It heats up pretty quick. I wonder if I have a pencil or if I'm just going to have to like wing it. I don't have a pencil. I need one of those white like chalk pencils. I think that would make life a little bit easier. Oh, these are not sharp at all. These are not going to work. Oh, here we go. Yeah. These aren't going to work. These are dead to me. Okay. I know I got a little pair in here. Let's use those. We'll give these a shot here. So what comes after the Litten? After the Litten is Hobbes. Or, you know, a tiger that may or a stuffed animal tiger that may or may not resemble a popular comic book character. Or not comic book, Sunday comics. You know how it is. A little bit smaller. I actually did cheat already and got started on the Hobbes. So my my timer on the Hobbes isn't going to be 100% accurate. Well, I'll probably just turn off the timer because I promised him I would work on it at work a little bit. So it would get done a little faster. So I probably just won't have a timer on his. You're going to Chicago with band versus game? Awesome! Have fun. Tell him I said hi. I know he doesn't know who I am, but you can still tell him I said hi. He's flying in from Montana for a concert. Oh, that's cool. I know he's big into concerts and music and stuff. Twitch Chicago is next Friday. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna happen right now. Uh, we are on the broke side of things. Like we're like all of our bills are getting paid and we have food. Like it's not like we're hungry or anything like that. Uh, but I'm trying to pay off debt, and so we've been spending no extra money on things. That's why I'm so excited about getting yarn money, because yarn money is different than regular money. Because yarn money I get to spend to buy yarn stuff. Maybe next year though. Although Chicago would be the easiest for me to get to because I could drive there. I'd say maybe they'd have one in Detroit sometime, but they never have anything in Detroit, so. Okay, done with the hot glue gun for now. And now we get out. Oh, here, let's go. Ta-da! Okay. And we get to stop the timer at a little over 2 hours. Dee-dee-dee. Whoops! Into the table. So now that gets to dry for 4 hours. It's a bummer the puff paint takes so long to dry. I got a little tail. Ta-da! Okay. Now I have to set him somewhere safe so he can dry. And then I'm gonna get the stuff out for Hobbes here. Hello, Chris Johnson. I like the eyes more than the pattern eyes. Oh yeah, that's actually not a pattern. That's a picture I stole off the internet. I didn't want to use the actual picture of the Litten. I wanted to try to at least make him look like. I wanted to have a reference, I guess. But yes, we do have a Discord server. It's just up and running, so there's not a lot of stuff on there. I am going to start putting stuff on there though. Whoops. Table, earthquake. Let me grab all the stuff for Hobbes. We'll start working on him. Here we go. Here's my blue one. Here's my, oh, I need my notebook, sorry. Because if this comes out right, this is a pattern I'm going to want to write down so I can make future ones maybe. Okay, I need to straighten this up. I can't take it anymore. Here, over there. Oh, and Jay, this was Discord I posted on my paragraph. I know I saw it. It was cool looking. I thumbsed up it anyway. I need to put the app or whatever for Discord on my phone so that's a little easier for me. Because all my pictures are on my phone. And I don't always transfer the pictures from my phone to the computer. So it's annoying to post pictures. So I need to put it on my phone so that. But this is the fishy game. There's a little magnet in there. And then I'm going to put this on like a dowel rod.
John fucking nigger said nigger 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 nigger. John fucking nigger said nigger 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 nigger. John fucking nigger said nigger 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 nigger.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to mute this while I'm online apparently. Okay, there we go. Well, that was a thing. I know. Holy crap. There's always got to be someone that ruins it for everyone, I swear. Which I don't understand, honestly. I just don't understand the purpose. Good morning, Christy. Sorry about the rude awakening. I'm straight. Oh, here. I'm trying to straighten up over here, or at least make room until I can straighten up later. I don't need all these What were you saying to me before things went I don't even remember. That blocked like, oh, the fish. I'm making or I have a fishing game I want to make for my nieces and nephews. Let's go back under the bridge. I know, I was just like, where is that coming from? Uh, but this is gonna be the fishing game, Jay. And I'm gonna put this on a dowel rod and then you can have catch fish. But I have to make more fish and stuff. Um, Frozen, hello. Were you here for our little interesting troll? I mean, I guess that's a new experience for me anyway, right? Oh boy, there's always one, I suppose. Um, I applied for partnership, guys. No, I was not. Oh, so someone came in and put the N-word over and over and over again in the Discord, but I had my Discord up running behind, so it ended up on stream, and I was like, where is that sound coming from? Because sometimes like an ad will pop up and make noise. I was like, that is not an ad. But yeah, it was Discord. So I muted my Discord for now, and then I might have to I don't know. I know, right? That's what you get for trying to make something cool and new though. You get someone that's trying to ruin it for you. So we'll just ignore the stupid people. Oh, I gotta change my title. I'm working on Hobbes now. We love you, stream and Discord yard. Thank you. Ah, I suppose I should put in some kind of thingies about who's allowed to join it or something. Although I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I don't feel like going through person by person and approving individuals. That would get exhausting after a while. I also don't understand why they want to try and troll a stream this small. Like, you're not you're not getting much attention because you're doing it for attention, obviously, but you're not getting much attention here. I'm guessing the bigger streams have any more policing. Have Discord open for people of certain number of hours in your stream. Oh, can you do that? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll have to play around with the settings. My smusher. They need a special hug. Yes. Ah, Roxanol Nativan. Like, there's tons of nurse memes out there, and my personal favorite nurse meme of all time is roses are red, nurses are jaded, screw with us, and we'll get you sedated. Ah, like, that's my favorite one. I love that one. Ah, Just put a few in there. One. Exactly. Okay. I need more stuffing. My stuffing bucket is empty. Okay. Samphoria is now hosting me with 3 viewers. Thank you. Oh yeah, there's tons of nurse memes. Just Google nurse humor sometimes. And I'm sure they're funnier to nurses than non-nurses, but there's some good ones in there for sure. Yeah, so all of, or well, I keep saying all of, it's not all of. A lot of Southeast Michigan didn't have power, and we didn't have power at work. And I was saying, all the schools are closed, a bunch of the restaurants are closed, normal jobs. No power for 3 days? Oh, well, close up shop. Go home, everybody. We'll call you when we have power. You know, no power when you're a nurse. I walked into work. My supervisor handed me a flashlight and said, good luck. Thanks. Man, I gotta not lean on the table because it's making the camera shake, which is a bummer because I really want to lean on the table. I gotta clamp the thingy down to something else besides the table. I'm just not sure what yet. But thank you guys everyone for hanging out, even amidst the trolls. Like, oh my gosh. Seriously, peoples? Ain't got nothing better to do. The project timer. Yeah, I know. I started this though off stream, so I didn't time how long it's gonna take to make this and that, and I promised him I would take this to work and work on it too, so it'd get done faster. So no project timer for this one, because I can't really take the timer with me to work. So this is gonna be an on and off stream project. I promise to show it on stream when it's done though. Oh, sorry, Frozen. It's so nice when you're here, Jay, and I don't have to like, set stuff down and go permit people. No project time. We riot. Flip the table. Yes. No project timer. be pretty what happened to you. There you go, table flip. Be here, but tonight is a rare case. I actually ran my ass off and had to stop to sit at a computer. Oh, well, sorry you've been so busy. But now I have to run again for a while. Oh, well, thanks for popping in. I'm glad you got to see your Litten get finished. And tell all those people to go to sleep so you can have some sit down time. I tried doing that at work. They don't like it. Oh, I gotta change my current project picture, don't I? Hold on, hold on. Let's see here. Google. Um, I'm gonna have to actually move. Can't quite reach the keyboard from there. Where's the one I liked? Or is it? There was one that I liked specifically. Image. Okay. Current project. Properties. There we go. That's better. Or the kitties in your hubby? Oh, they're doing good. Peppercorn's still jealous as ever. Are you still warm? Yeah, you're still warm. Hubby's doing good. He couldn't work this week though because of no power. Neither could the guy he works for. So that was a bummer. Um, but he came over our house to play video games because we got power before they did. And he texted me after because I was sleeping because I had worked and then I had to work that night. So he texted me while I was at work and was like, I used your computer. And I was totally joking around and I said, did you wash your hands first? And apparently my husband made him wash his hands first before he used my computer. I was like, you didn't have to make him do that. But I thought it was funny. It's nice he has a boss he can play video games with. He's not really his, I mean, he's kind of his boss. But boss feels like a weird word. Like they were friends and he's got a business where he does fixing up of cars and stuff. And he just asked Steve to help out like 1 or 2 days a week when he's really swamped. And he pays him, so I mean, he's technically a boss, but it's not like, it's, you got like a uniform and like punch the clock and that kind of job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we get to switch colors. Oh, my ears are ringing. Someone must be talking about me. Chat, you guys talking about me? Peppercorn's still jealous as always. And my mother-in-law didn't have power, but my brother-in-law did. I mean, my mother-in-law has a parrot, and she lives out in the country, so when she doesn't have power, she doesn't have water either, um, and she doesn't have heat. Uh, so she stayed over at my brother-in-law's, and she took the parrot. Well, the parrot's uh, only been put into the portable cage carrier thing twice in his whole entire life, and that was the second time. So he was very, very unhappy with her, I guess. But she's got power back, so they moved him back. So now he's been in the kitty carrier thing 3 times. It's not a kitty carrier, but the portable the portable bird cage. 'Cause he ain't small. Uh, and my brother-in-law has kids, so the kids wanted to see the bird so bad, and the bird doesn't like new people, and it doesn't like little kids at all. So he was just a squawking and a cranky, and I guess he bit my mother-in-law because he was so pissed. So now her thumb's all black and blue, and like, oh my gosh, Congo, calm down, you'll be fine. But he's back home now and very cranky. I guess every time she tries to leave the room, he starts squawking and having a fit. And then work was crazy. Oh, I had a couple bad nights because we didn't have no power at work. So I was particularly stressed out. And I had my counseling appointment already scheduled for Friday morning. So I went there and she's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I am really stressed out." Oh, 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 speak of the kitty. Peppercorn wants to be on camera. Hmm? Peppercorn break. Hi, honey. Here, you want to say hi to the peoples? Look at the peoples. Say hi to the peoples. Peppercorn break. Can you guys hear him purring on stream? Him's a purring baby. Yes, him is. Yes, him is. Don't chew my cord. Don't you do it. Okay, baby, you gotta get down. Oh, poor Peppercorn. Now he's sitting there staring at me like, why'd you stop? I'm sorry, I got stuff to do. He does not understand why I'm on the computer so much now. Does not understand it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be 3. And then we're gonna switch back to the orange. Oh, he's doing it again. He's looking at me and purring like, oh my gosh, Peppercorn. I don't think I can stream petting you for 4 hours. Although knowing the internet, there'd be at least one person still watching. The internet loves them some cats. Okay, I promise next time to clamp the camera to something else that's slightly more stable. I wonder if I could just move it right now. Okay, I'm gonna try moving it now. We'll see what happens here. Hold on. Okay, moving. Watch the earthquake. Now I'm just. Oh, I don't feel like I'm. try that. It's a little closer, but I'll probably move the lamp too then. It's a little closer, but it's not clamped to the table anymore. Oh, my hands look huge. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna move my camera. Okay. Nope. Oh my gosh. Now I just messed everything up. Okay, how's that? Well, at least I can scoot in closer a little bit now. That works. We can do this. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't like this cord in my face, though. Oops. There we go. Okay, anyone still here after after all that, or did I scare you all away? I'm sorry. Doo-doo-doo. I know. I tried applying for Twitch partnership, and they're gonna watch this and be like, "Wow, yeah, she's not professional at all. She don't know what the crap she's doing." Application denied. Oh well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I've got to add a picture of cactus to my past projects folder because she came out gorgeous. Okay, and then this is times 3. And then we're going to do this again. When I was so lonesome, I took some comfort. But the fire still remains. Old man river, that old man river, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant potatoes, he don't plant cotton, and then the some are soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. 1, 2, 3. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked in pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, get a little drunk on your lands in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living instead of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. Oh, I'm not even sure if that's all the right words anymore. I used to know so many musical songs, but or songs from musicals, because I guess all songs are musical songs. Anyway, songs from musicals, but I haven't watched any in such a long time. I'm rusty. I might have to look up lyrics. Be back. Um, when I tried to get into the musical program in college, when I first got out of high school, I sang Bill from Showboat. I loved Showboat growing up. It was one of the few DVDs I owned, so I watched it a lot. But everyone was like, "That's an unusual song choice." I didn't want to be like, "Yeah, I watched a crap ton of Showboat growing up." I used to dream that I would discover the perfect lover. Someday I knew I'd recognize him if ever he came round my way. I always used to fancy then he'd be one of the godlike kind of men, with a giant brain and noble head, like the heroes born in the books I've read. Then along came Bill, who's not the type at all. You'd meet him on the street and never notice him. His form and face, his manly grace, is not the kind that you would find in a statue. Oh, I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he's wonderful, because he's just my Bill. He can't play golf or tennis or polo or sing a solo or row. He isn't half as handsome as dozens of men that I know. He isn't tall or straight or thin, and he dresses far worse than Ted or Jim. Oh, I can't explain why he should be the one man in the world for me. He's just my Bill, an ordinary guy. He hasn't got a thing that I can write about, and yet to be upon his knee, so comfy and roomy, seems natural to me. Oh, I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he's, I don't know, because he's just my Bill. Oh, here's some water now. Well, now I really hope I didn't scare everybody off. Oh yeah, that was two. You know, this Hobbs is going to go Not too bad because its shapes are relatively easy. It's just a tube of a body, tubes of arms and legs, and a tube of a tail. Then just gotta add some details for the face, and the belly's gonna be a separate piece. Really not too bad altogether, really. Which makes it a little easier on me. Just sitting here lurking, not going back into the yarn pile. Well, have fun lurking. I know I'm running out of stories to tell. Well, I always have stories to tell. I just gotta remember some right now to share that I haven't shared before. There's so many. Although at some point I am going to have to take a break from commissions so that I can work on stuff for that craft show, because that's less than a month away now. And I'd really like to knock out some projects so I can start working on a stock. Story time. What do you want to hear a story about? Work story, mom story, childhood story. Although my childhood stories are not usually very uh, happy endings. You don't mind? I also have my mother's crazy stories, which I got a lot of those. Holy crap. Uh, like I'd have to like narrow some down. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, she's in Indiana right now, so I ain't got to deal with her directly. Although she is trying to sabotage me from a distance. This guy Tristan, hello, how's it going? We're just working on a Hobbes right now. I was about to start complaining about my crazy mother. Oh, pretty good. It's been a weird couple of days. We didn't have power. Most of Southeast Michigan lost power. So we didn't have power at work, and I had to work. And so my supervisor handed me a flashlight and was like, "Good luck." Thanks. Nursing. No snow days, no power outage days. I should have been a teacher. Get summers off. You get snow days. You get power outage days. I know one time we had snow that it snowed, I think it was 4 feet overnight. It was insane. And my sister, who's a teacher, goes, "Hey, at least you get a snow day." I was like, "Hun, if I can't get to work, I don't get a snow day. They send some dude in a snowmobile to come pick me up and take me to work. I don't get snow days as a nurse." They don't play around with nurses. They literally pay people to go pick up nurses on snowmobiles to drive them to work. And if you happen to be unlucky enough to already be at work, they'll make you up a bed so that you can spend the night and so that you can wake up first thing in the morning and start working again. So should we say hello, Mrs. Yarn? Yeah, no snow days for me. No power outage days for me. No, not Mrs. Yarn. Yarn's fine. Someone called me Mama Yarn. Mama Yarn's fine. Uh, I used to be called Mama Haley because I was like the mom friend of all the friends. You know, I was always the voice of reason to everybody. Like, I've been an old soul since as long as I can remember. Like, huh, someone's got to be the voice of reason in this group. Someone's going to trip and fall and die, and I am not cleaning it up. Yarn Farm. Yarn Farm I don't like because it's too long. Or it's, I don't know, Yarn Farm. I guess it's short. I don't know. I'd rather just yarn. Yarn's fine. I have been thinking about going back to school lately though or something because my current job, I don't think I could do this for another 35 years. Uh Physically, mentally, emotionally, I just don't think I could continue like I'm fine now. I mean, but I don't think I could do it for the next 35 more years. Um I think I'd probably lose it by then. So I'm thinking, do I go back to school? Do I try doing the streaming thing and see if that pans out and just maybe try to push harder for streaming? Do I try to do school and streaming? School is the safer bet because I know I can get a degree in something and find a job elsewhere. Then that's the other thing though, but what would I want to do? I'd probably stay in healthcare. But where in healthcare? Like an office job? I'm not going back for to be an RN. Or to get like a bachelor's of RN or whatever because I can't, I have to work full time. I need my income. So I can't, there's no way I could work the program and work full time. Because for anybody who doesn't know, the nursing program, like their goal is to try to weed out the weak ones. I barely made it through the first time because I had to work full time and go to school and it was a nightmare. There's no way I'm going to do it again. I refuse. I'd rather work at, a fast food restaurant somewhere. Although if I do work at a fast food restaurant, I'm going to pick a good one this time. I worked at McDonald's, I worked at Taco Bell, and I worked at Hungry Howie's. I worked at a hot dog stand. Um, I could be a waitress again. Not around here though. Waitresses around here don't make jack. Because this town is extremely cheap and they don't tip. So we don't keep waitresses for very long. Because then they're making less than minimum wage. But I'm not going to make what I make now being a waitress. I don't know. I'll think of something. Maybe I'll give the stream thing a shot. See how much longer. The old-fashioned hot dog stand. Yes, it was one of those metal hot dog stands. Uh, we weren't like well, we were technically portable because the hot dog stand part itself you could move, but we had a whole setup with like a fridge and we were in front of a Home Depot. And that was actually a really fun job, except for I started getting messed with by some of the male customers and it started bothering me. And I was really, really shy and soft-spoken back then. And so what I ended up doing is just like being cranky and mean to everybody, and then I got fired for it. So what I should have done was been more open with what was going on with the owner as it was happening. Uh, and as much as it sucked to get fired, I was actually like relieved when it was over. I felt bad because I really liked the family. I was friends with his wife and his kids, and so that part sucked because that kind of ruined that relationship. Um, but yeah, that just wasn't a good job for me. I could do it now, no problem, because now I'd be like, yeah, go fuck yourself. But, you know, I'm also in my 30s now. That and I doubt anyone's gonna, you know, hit on me now. Of course, now I got, you know, trolls on Twitch, so I don't know. I think I kind of want to give the streaming thing a shot and see maybe if I could do this part-time and then work at my current job part-time. That would be okay. I could do that. Uh, I don't know. I'm I'm 33, so I feel like I got a little bit of time. In the next year or two, though, I do want to make up my mind because I don't think I can do my job for 35 more years. Not full time anyway. It's physically demanding, it's mentally demanding, it's emotionally demanding. Uh, and apparently you need to kill someone to get on day shift. So there's that. Wait, did I hear you were 23? No, 33. By the way, what part are you working on? I'm working on the body part. This part's the head. I'm gonna sew the stripes on after, and then he's gonna go on top there. Oh, I'm gonna back up a stitch. And then of course the dream would be just to win the Powerball and then I can just stream for fun. You're killing someone for a day shift spot. I said I'd have to kill someone for a day shift spot. You know, when I first started this, I've been at this job going on 5 years. Uh, and when I first started, they said, yeah, we don't have any day shift spots right now. We'll start you on the off shifts. But day shift spots open up, you know, all the time. Uh, you know, once you get your seniority in a little bit, it'll be no problem. Well, it's going on 5 years. And in 5 years, you know how many day shift spots have opened total? Total four. Okay? That's less than one a year. So, no, day shift spots do not open that often. So when they do open, everybody and their brother wants it. Or in nursing, I should say everybody and their sister, because we've only got like 3 guys. But, you know. And I really don't like, it's not that I like day shift better. It's just, I can't do midnights anymore, man. I want to sleep when it's dark outside. Ideally, like my dream shift, which they're never going to let me do, would be like 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. That would be ideal for me because that would be like my prime time that I feel like I'm awake. Like really, I'm an afternooner. Uh, I worked like, is it 2 to 11 or 3 to 11, whatever it was for 8 hours. It was like 2:30 to 11 or something like that. Or was it 2:30 to 11? I don't know. It was 2-ish something to 11-ish something. Uh, and I loved that shift. Slept perfectly fine. Would get home, be awake for a couple hours, go to bed, you know, have no problems getting sleep, could get stuff done if I wanted to wake up early to have like a doctor's appointment or to go grocery shopping or something. It was no big deal. Uh, but that's 8-hour shifts. And currently I work 12-hour shifts. And once you work 12-hour shifts, you do not want to go back to eights. I only have to be at work 3 days a week. Uh, I do not want to go back to work in 4 days or 5 days a week, which is what it would end up being 5 days a week. Uh, it's a lot harder to get a day off when you work 5 days a week, especially in my facility because we don't have like extra staff. We have we actually have less than staff needed because a bunch of people left semi recently. Um, but like we have exactly the number of staff to fill all the holes. So if like one person wants a vacation, you have to get a whole bunch of other people to agree to work overtime. It's not fun. Not fun at all. So I don't know. I'll figure something out. I actually had an appointment with my counselor today, and I brought that up. That wasn't the main thing we talked about, but I did bring it up. And she said that, I still got time. I'm still kind of young, and if it's between making more money now and then trying to do my hobby on the side or making slightly less money, but probably do more of what I like to do, which is crochet and hang out with you guys, I'm going to have to weigh that option or weigh that, you know, pros and cons myself. Uh, so I'll keep plugging along. We'll see what happens. Maybe by like the end of 2017, if it doesn't look like it's gonna pick up, maybe I'll think about going back to school for something else. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna make it through 2017 though, I think. And I think by the end of this year, I'll have a better idea uh of what I want to do, or if I think Twitch is gonna go anywhere. Well, Twitch is going places. If I think I'm going to go anywhere with Twitch. I actually love streaming. It's been the most fun I've had in a long time. I love crocheting. I love hanging out with you guys. Um, I love getting to talk and tell stories. And in real life, I'm actually extremely, extremely shy and have anxiety problems. But I also do like to talk. It's just I have to wait for people to get in that comfort zone for me to feel comfortable enough to talk. But on the internet, for some reason, I get to bypass that step. I'm guessing because it's not in person. But it's way easier for me to talk and tell stories and stuff streaming than it is in real life. So, you guys will get to know me really good on Twitch, and I'll be telling you all my stories and laughing and joking and all this stuff, and then you'll meet me someday. I'll finally get up the nerve to go to TwitchCon, and then I'll just be like nodding and shaking my head and giving yes and no answers. 3. I'm gonna back up one again. Oh, no, I can't. You Morankin is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I did make a joke about you needing to do a Hunger Games to get a day shift spot to my boss one time, and I don't think she thought it was funny. Like, oh, you guys have no sense of humor. None whatsoever. I really do wish I could work 3 to 3, though. That would just be fantastic. That would be my ideal shift. 3 to 3. I could do it. No problem. McKay is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, guys. I have been having a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Like, I think that's one of the reasons I've been getting stressed out at work lately. Be right back. Way late to start breakfast. Uh-oh, go start breakfast. I think one of the reasons I've been stressed out at work is because I'm at work going, I would rather be streaming. I'd rather be hanging out with you guys. I'd rather be crocheting and having fun and talking and telling stories and singing random songs. And I can't because, you know, I got bills to pay. It's just not nearly as much fun. M. Captainette is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. Oh, I do wonder that. Like if I feel like if I would have gotten in on the ground floor, um, I think it would have been a lot easier, you know? Um, absolutely. That's another reason why I'm not sure I could make it. And like right, like I don't know. Like on the one hand, I don't believe that I will ever make on Twitch what I'm making just right now. And I'm not rich by any means, uh, but I make enough money to pay all my bills and, go out to eat every once in a while. Uh, so there's that. But I don't think I could make that much on Twitch. Just because the creative streamers don't make as much as the gamer streamers, and I'm not a good enough gamer to try to get into that. That market is super saturated also. Like you really have to have something unique or have a really, really outgoing and entertaining personality. Um, and what I do have going for me is that like, maybe if I didn't make enough on say subs or donations, I also have the commissions going for me. I'd probably have to start charging more though, because right now I'm making less than $4 an hour to make stuff. And I would need to make more than $4 an hour to make stuff. But nobody's going to be willing to pay, you know, say $80 for a stuffed animal. It's just not realistic, especially not when you can buy one for 12 at Walmart. But it could help supplement the income. I don't know. So I'm just kind of on the fence. Like, should I try to make a go for it? Should I just keep it as a hobby? Should I just keep doing it as a hobby and see what happens? Should I try to get back into school now before I get too much older? I don't know. I'm it's not quite midlife crisis because I'm only 33, but I just realized I can't do my job for the next 35 years. And I don't want to do my current job. I like working in healthcare. I love working in healthcare and people, and you get a good team and it's fantastic and it's beautiful when everything comes together. But like my actual physical job, there's just no way. And this is for so I'm kind of at a crossroads. And it's actually really common for nurses to do that. Very few nurses stay floor nurses their entire career just because it is a very physically demanding job, and you don't see a whole lot of floor nurses that are 65. Um, they've either moved on or moved up, uh, or work part-time. Very few, at least very few around here that I've met. Um, So I'm coming to that realization where like, okay, if I want to move on or move up, I need to start making plans now, really, because it's going to take me 3 more years to finish a bachelor's. I've already got an associate's. 2 to 3 years, I'm going to guesstimate. Uh, and then I have to decrease 2 and 3. Where's my clip? I lost my clip already. We really do need a tracker of how many times Yarn loses something. I don't know. I'm on the fence, and I need to start thinking about what I want to do. You know. And 5 years ago, I never would have had Oh, there it is. See, I always do that. Um, 5 years ago, heck, even like 2 years ago, uh, if I would have been having this conversation with myself, streaming never would have been on the list of options. But right now, I'm kind of like, well, maybe streaming is on my list of options. I don't know. 6. I wish I could just like pick the brain of a couple of full-time streamers for like an hour or so each and just ask them a crap ton of questions. 6. And if I do want to try to do the streaming thing, I'm really gonna have to learn how to do computer stuff. Uh, I'm gonna have to, start scouring the internet for tutorials and watching YouTube videos on how to use stuff better, 'cause I don't know how to use stuff. I can crochet you just about darn near anything, but OBS is a mystery to me. And Serena Mystic, thank you for the auto host. I can't remember if I said that already or not. Oh, and by the way, guys, I have to work the next 2 nights, but then I'll be back after that for a couple of nights. I have 2 days off or 3 days off? I don't even remember. Let me double check. I have 2 nights off. So I'll probably be streaming both of those 2 nights. So no streaming for the next 2 nights, but then streaming the next 2 nights after that. So that'll be Monday night and Tuesday night, which ends up being Tuesday and Wednesday because I start at 2 a.m. Oh, and Jay, you didn't say anything about the lack of tripod. Do you like the new arm? See how much more room I have now? Not bumping into the thing anymore? I'll be a professional stream sooner or later. First I get a sweet new overlay, then I get a cam arm thing. We're getting there. We're getting there. I do need to work on my website too. Um, I want to make a queue list on the website so that people can look at the queue and get a basic idea of how long their thing might be to make, or at least where it falls on the list. And one more round around. Round, around, round, round. Oh, hello, the Blaze 55. I am making a Hobbes, or better yet, a crocheted tiger, which may or may not resemble a popular Sunday comic character. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Lest the copyright police come in here and start yelling at me. But how are you doing this morning? It's morning for me anyway. It's going on 5 a.m. Tony the Tiger from the cereal box? No, a Sunday comic character who's friends with a little boy who I believe is like 5 years old. It's 2 a.m. Gonna go to sleep soon. Oh, okay. Well, get some rest. Thanks for hopping in. Or maybe you'll just get so addicted you won't be able to look away. It's my master plan, depriving people of sleep one crocheted cutie at a time. Oh, what am I doing? I still have one more to go. There we go. Mini Burgers is now hosting me. Thank you, Mini Burgers. And stuffing time. We were just having a conversation about my slightly early midlife crisis and what I'm gonna do about it. Yes, Hobbes from Calvin and Hobbes. I do have Hobbes in the title. Uh, I was just trying to be funny. Although this one's big enough, I can just stick my hand in there. Yes, Calvin and Hobbes. Yep. I do have a little picture of them in the right there. The current project. Make him a little. No, I just am making the Hobbes. He didn't ask for Kelvin too. Yeah, he's not quite stuffed enough yet. Man, this guy's gonna go through a lot of stuffing. Here's my long one. Here we go. Here we go. So what's this about midlife crisis? Well, I currently am a nurse full time at a nursing home. I'm 33 years old, and I recently decided that there's no way I can do my current job for the next 35 years. Um, Physically, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Mentally and emotionally, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I like my job. I love taking care of people. Um, but like I just don't think I can be, 50, 60, 67 years old before I can retire doing my current job. Um, and so my options are to go back to school for something else. And if I do that, what do I go back to school for? I would like to stay in healthcare because I love healthcare. Um, Plus, it's a job I know is probably going to keep being there. Uh, so I don't have to worry about that. Or do I just go for something else? I kind of want to give streaming a shot because right now, for me, streaming is kind of a hobby on the side to go along with my crochet hobby, which is I guess crochet is like my main hobby technically. Um, should I give the streaming thing a shot? And I don't think I could make enough money off of streaming or even streaming and taking commissions to fully replace um, my current pay. But what if I could do it enough to do this more fullish time and then just work part-time at my current job? Like, would that work? Uh, I don't know. Lots of things to think about. I'm leaning towards trying to give Twitch a shot and see if I think I could make a go of it. 'Cause I'm having a blast. I love streaming. I've been having the most fun I've had in a long time. I love the crocheting. I love hanging out and talking to people. Uh, I'm actually not tech savvy at all. So all this computery stuff I've had to learn from people and learn from Reddit and YouTube videos and stuff, and that's been kind of a fun challenge. Uh, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But at the moment, I'm leaning towards giving the Twitch thing a shot and maybe see by the end of this year, see if it looks like it's going to go anywhere. If it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere, then maybe I'll sign up for classes in 2018. I don't know. So that's just my little midlife crisis thing I'm going through. Um, because if I do go to school, I'm probably not going to be able to stream anymore. Because I would have to keep my full-time job. I couldn't drop hours while I go to school. Because I'm the only income in my family. I look really good at, well, thank you. Uh, I'm the only income, so, I don't think I could stream and work and go to school. So if I did go to school, I'd probably have to give up streaming or just be extremely irregular at it, you know. I don't know. It's a conundrum for me. Uh, I've always though struggled with what I wanted to be when I grew up. Uh, I was perhaps just stream in the summer going to school. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure other people do that. Uh, and 1 month in the winter. Um, it also depends on what I go to school for, because if I go to school for like business, that's going to be way easier than if I go to school for like um uh RN or something where you're in a program, so you have 6 hours a day classes and then 6 hours a day clinicals and then I got 12 hours a day to work, kind of thing. So, so I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to give this a shot. I kind of want to, and I guess I'm looking for confirmation from chat. If put off school till 2018, see how Twitch goes. Cause I'm just having so much fun, you guys. I love it. I love the chat. I love the friends I've made that are other streamers. Uh, I've met tons of crocheters through Twitch, which I don't really have any crochet friends in real life at all. I live kind of in a smallish town, and you would think in a smallish town there'd be someone that crochets, but not so much. It's really a heavy hunting town, so there's a ton of hunters. Mm, do what makes you happy? Yeah, that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the Twitch thing. 'Cause would I rather make more money so that uh I could spend that money on doing more hobbies, or would I rather make less money but make my job be fun so that I don't feel like I need a hobby to de-stress? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. There's our body and the head. Now we get to work on arms and leggies. So we'll set you over here. Oh, well, we'll start with arms. I know, and just wouldn't it be cool if I could just do this? Do this 5 days a week. Have an absolute blast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, um, like I said earlier too, I can't rely on the commissions to help fill in the gap because I make less than $4 an hour on my commissions. So I would either have to charge a lot more for commissions or make more money on the Twitch end of side of things. I don't know. It's an interesting conundrum. The Blaze 55 has joined the Yarn Stash. Thank you. Here, you came in here during my in-depth conversation. I appreciate the follow. I promise it's not all philosophical ponderments. Although, is that normal? It's not normal, no. But I live in a very poor area, and I found that um, I can't sell a crocheted hat for $30. It's not going to sell. And even online, um, nobody wants to spend. Okay, here's an example. This little Litten, he's adorable, but he's not very big. Uh, he's less than 7 inches tall. Took me over 2 hours to make. If I got paid minimum wage, uh, or close to it, I would have to charge minimum $20 just for the work part, plus all the materials. So, and it's not that much yarn, uh, so maybe like 25, uh, you know, ish. And if I wanted to round off to be safe, I'd probably say, $27, $28. Nobody's going to want to pay $28 for this. And he's adorable. And he's got a little tail. And he's so cute. But he's not very big. And why spend $28 on a little stuffed animal that's less than 7 inches tall when you can buy a giant stuffed animal for $25 at Walmart? So that's part of my conundrum here. And then my bigger things take up even more hours and more supplies. Uh, so there's that too. Um, I've actually been trying to start making smaller things just so that I would start having a little bit more profit. So things that don't take me nearly as long to make. Because like I said, he took me 2 hours, but I got stuffed animals that takes me 6 to 8 hours. I just did a really detailed plushie for someone that was like 10 and a half hours, and I only charged $40 for. Uh, and that part of that was my fault. I didn't realize how complicated of a project it was going to be when I quoted him the price, so that's my fault. In the future, stuff that complicated. Hold on. I'm probably going to charge like $60 for stuff that complicated. Yeah, but it was adorable. I wonder if I can. I don't. Let's see if I can show a picture off from my phone real quick. But uh, it was cactus from Assault Android cactus, but lots of detail, lots of separate pieces to sew on. The hair took a while to sew on. Um, so it took me 10 and a half hours plus all the supplies, and it's she's kind of big, so she did use up a lot of yarn. She's got a visor, which isn't showing up very good in the picture, but the visor cost me $1.50 to make the visor. Uh, yeah, so part of the problem is I need to get better at that, at figuring out how much stuff is really going to cost me supply wise and time wise. It's hard. It's hard when you're making something because you have to decide, well, what's my time worth? You know, um, and some people are willing to pay for custom handmade things, and they're willing to pay lots of money for it. But that doesn't seem to be the case with crocheted items. People are willing to pay a lot of money for art, I've noticed. People are willing to pay $300, $400, $500. Do you only do custom stuff? No. I do have an Etsy shop, which actually just popped up, where I sell stuff that I've already had made, and I do craft shows where I make a whole bunch of stuff and sell that. Um, but the custom stuff is definitely the bulk of the things people come to me for. Um, because why buy simple stuff like a giraffe or an elephant and all that for, $30 when you can buy a giraffe or an elephant that's much, much bigger for $30 at Meijer. So, people are more willing to pay for custom things than they're willing to pay for generic stuff. Although I have been trying to make keychains, and keychains are small. I can sell those for $3, $4, $5 depending on what they are. Uh, so there's that. I don't know. It's going to be a journey, and we're going to see where we end up at the end of it, I guess. But it's been a fun journey. Tried looking into the anime industry. You mean like crocheting things from anime? I could probably look at that. I'm not sure which animes are popular right now. I was into anime when I was in high school. I haven't really watched much since then. But yeah, I'm sure people would be willing for one, two, three. I'm sure people would be willing to want anime plushies, especially since it's harder to find that kind of stuff around here. Online, it's a little easier to find that kind of stuff. Especially now they have like the anime boxes where you spend so much money a month, like Loot Crate, but for anime. 3, 4. Okay, so 4. With classic anime like Full Metal Alchemist is not worth it. Oh, we've been getting Loot Crate. I got it as a Christmas present, and I freaking love it. Um, uh, I don't know, it's just so much fun getting stuff in the mail. Plus now I have a lot of t-shirts. Me and my husband pick and choose who gets what t-shirts. We get one box, for the house, and then we get to fight over the t-shirts. And then there's some t-shirts like, yeah, this one's for you. You can have that one. Although I might cut Loot Crate pretty soon just to save some more money. Because I got it as a Christmas present, but it's on like the automatic renew. Yeah, we both wear extra large. I like my shirts to be baggy. I really, really don't like tight shirts. I always feel like I'm getting strangled. So my shirts are always baggy. But yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. I guess most couples, it's probably not the case, huh? And really, he only needs an extra large because of his shoulders. He's got really broad shoulders. If his shoulders weren't so broad, he could probably get away with just a large. That and he's kind of tall. So sometimes the larges like they're shorter a little bit. Sometimes it depends on who makes them. Okay, so that is gonna be times 2. But yeah, we wear the same size t-shirt, and then so we just uh split the t-shirts. I don't know. I don't know. I still got that back in the back of my mind, like, what should I do? What should I do? And I'm a warrior. That doesn't help. My brain never calms down enough to shut up for a minute. That's actually why I like crocheting, 'cause it's distracting. But when I'm just doing simple stuff like going around in a circle, I don't really need to think or count. So then my brain creeps back into high gear again. Like, nope, stop it. I'm crocheting. I think that's the other reason I like streaming so much. It's extremely distracting and quiets the brain down a lot better. I have a very loud brain, unfortunately. You guys ever wish you could just like stop thinking? And not even like completely zone out, but just like turn off that little background noise of thinking about this and thinking about that and worrying about bills and, you know, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to get the bathroom fixed because the floor's got a crack in it. And, like all the stuff's going on in my head. Like, gosh, I wish it would just turn off for a minute. Only when you try to sleep. Yeah, it's really a problem when I'm trying to sleep, for sure. Drop the PTSD for a day. Oh my God, I know. I have really, really bad nightmares with PTSD, and like I see a counselor and a doctor for them, and they don't go away. Like just like one night, I would love just like one night, and I would cherish it forever and for always of not having nightmares. For me, like exercising, like running to ease your mind, I was thinking about starting to exercise. I really need to. Um, we have started eating better, so we are starting to lose weight. Uh, but I do want to start exercising because I think it'd be cool to do like a 5K or something. I'm in no shape right now. I would probably die if I tried now. But if I lost some more weight and maybe I trained up for a while and got used to exercising again, I used to be super active. RCK, RCKIB, RCKIB. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but as hosting me, thank you. You need to work on your flexibility. Kind of feel like doing yoga. Oh, my dad's a doctor. I didn't grow up with him though, uh, but he did recommend yoga to me. And if you're an, oh, I gotta, here we go. Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to drop it this way. If you're an Amazon Prime member, um, there's tons of free yoga videos on their Amazon Prime thing. So I really do need to give that a shot. I need to clean really bad though. Uh, my husband's father passed away in January, and we ended up with tons of his stuff, and like it just felt overwhelming. So everything's just kind of sitting in boxes around us. So there's no way I could do yoga in my house right now. Like we got like 3 or 4 huge boxes and totes of tools sitting in the middle of my kitchen. You might get Amazon Prime just for the yoga videos. Yeah, I forget how much Amazon Prime is. Um, but yeah, you get the Amazon Prime videos, and there's tons of yoga ones on there because I did look that up. There's other ones on there too, but there's tons of yoga videos. Um, plus you get to sub if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get to one sub free that you can sub to someone on Twitch. And that's not a bump for me because I'm not partnered, so you can't sub to me even if you wanted to. Uh, but that's out there too. You get a free sub to somebody. Plus, I think there's like one free like digital loot for a video game also. Look at what you're doing yoga and the cats do yoga as well. Oh my God. What would end up happening is I'd trying to be doing yoga and the cats would be crawling all over my face like, what you doing on the ground? Because my cats love it when I'm on the ground with them. They just crawl all over me and we just have a cuddle fest. So I'm not quite sure how I would do yoga even with the cats now that you mention it. Oh yeah, that was two. That would be funny pictures though. I should try the beginner's yoga video sometime just to see what they do. Uh, well, either way, I still have to clean. I still gotta clean out and sort through all this stuff. It's overwhelming. Plus, it's emotional overwhelming. It's not just like we have a bunch of stuff. It's like we have a bunch of emotional stuff that's tied to a memory. So it's like you don't want to throw stuff out, but you do because you know you're never going to use it, and it's hard. It's hard. Wild Gift is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. Welcome all of Wild Gift's viewers. Lady Craps is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, Lady Craps. Welcome everybody. Mika90. Mikia90 is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Although, I mean, at least the tools we can use because we didn't have a whole lot of tools before. Not that we're going to use them now because we're not very handy people. Naka, Nakashi, Nakashimafied. Nakashimafied. I'm going to go with Nakashimafied. Is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. Excuse me. Rima is now auto-hosting me with 2 viewers. Thank you, Rima. Welcome, everybody. For anyone just joining through all the auto-hosts I just got. Oh, Shark Baroness, thank you for the auto-host. Anyone just joining, I'm working on a Hobbes from Calvin and Hobbes. Just going to be a little plushy tiger, and he's going to be adorable. Let's see. We'll make it another round here. I stream usually 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on days I don't work. I do have to work the next 2 nights, but then I have the next 2 nights after that off. So I won't be back for the next 2 nights, but then 2 nights after that I'll be back. So I will see you guys then. Squeaky Bee is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, Squeaky Bee. Welcome, everybody. The Mantled Maven is now auto-hosting me. Someone must have went offline and I'm getting all of the auto-hosts that they collected over the time. Junie Von Esch is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. I'm getting all the auto-hosts. That's one of the cool things about being on a Twitch team, is that I get a bunch of auto-hosts, which is an opportunity to meet new people. Pola Needles, Knit Happens, and Drya is now hosting me. Thank you, guys. I'm on the Twitch team Naughty by Nature, by the way, if you guys want to check out other creative streamers. Everyone in the group should be a creative streamer. There's tons of them, so I don't know if they all are. I'm not the one who polices the group or whatever. Although a lot of times they're not doing crafty stuff sometimes, I've noticed. Which is probably what I'm going to end up doing if I ever do longer, because I only do 4-hour streams. If I ever do try to do this longer, I'm probably going to have to do a video game in there also, just because I don't think I can crochet for much longer than 4 hours in one sitting. So I probably would have to end up adding some video game stuff in there. You play video games too? I do. I'm not very good at them. Like, I don't do first-person shooters and stuff like that. I tended to play, I guess you could call them girly games, like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, The Sims. I did like Darkest Dungeon. I played a lot of Darkest Dungeon. I haven't beaten it, but I liked it. What else have I played lately? Here, let me look at my thingy over here. Oh, Civ. I like Civ. I've played a lot of Civ. I don't have the newest one though. I haven't played the newest one yet. But I have Civ 5 and I have Civ 4, and Civ 4 is the one I played a crap ton of Civ 4. I probably have a few hundred hours in that one probably. Synth and Lasers, hello, welcome. How's it going? Is your little keychain treating you well? Oh, it says I'm offline. Am I offline? Did I go offline? My dashboard says I went offline. Still online. Yeah, my dashboard says I went offline. Huh, weird. He's a good little keychain friend. Wake up and feed him all the time though. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was going to be such uh high maintenance. Huh, I wonder why it said I went offline. Because my OBS is still going. My dashboard just said I went offline. Oh well, I guess I'm still here. Um, I have played RPGs. I've played some older Final Fantasies. I haven't played anything new in a long time, Final Fantasy wise. Uh, I probably am not. I am definitely not good enough to play Dark Souls. I'll tell you right now. I get frustrated and not be able to play. Never seen so much as a drop frame. You stay. I wonder why it did that then. Yeah, it just said I went offline. All my stuff blinked at me and I don't know. OBS didn't do anything, but just my dashboard said I went down. That's weird. Oh well. My computer has been acting stupid, and I would blame it on the power outage, but it's been acting stupid since before the power outage, so I don't know. What camera are you using? It looks really nice. It is a Logitech HD something. I don't know. I bought it on Amazon for like 45 bucks. I want to say 9.90. Amazon. Let me see if it's on my crochet cam properties. Logitech HD Pro Webcam C920. That's what it is. I liked it because it was the cheapest HD camera that I could find online. That was a webcam. Because I don't have a capture card, so I didn't know that you needed a capture card to use a camcorder. Because I have a camcorder, and I was trying to hook it up and hook it up to the computer, and it wouldn't go. And I was like, oh, well, you learn something new every day. So that was a bummer. Uh, and then not white, orange. Yeah, it was definitely good bang for my buck as far as money-wise goes. But it was the cheapest HD one I could find with good ratings on Amazon. Uh, I've learned my lesson with going with, the $12 item that doesn't have good reviews. I've learned that lesson multiple times. So we are done learning that lesson. Oh, I don't need this one anymore. Oh, I guess I don't need this. Um, I'm kind of thinking of trying to see if I can do the Amazon affiliates thing and making a list of all the stuff I use. My camera, my hooks, my scissors, because everyone always asks me about these scissors. Um, I love these things. I love these things so much, I bought 3 of them, and I have one here, one in my portable bag, and then one stashed away just in case they stop making them. Because I like them so much. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'll go 2. arm number 1 done. Gonna go arm number 2. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Haircut Fish is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, Haircut Fish. That is a fantastic name, by the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you can use your skeins to buy all kinds of stuff. I made it few points. I made it 1 skein per 10 minutes because I don't like looking at large numbers. Like I don't like looking at, 10,000 and 100,000. I don't know, it just hurts my eyeballs. But it's also not as exciting, so I'm thinking I might change that. I haven't made up my mind yet or not. I might change it to like 1 per minute just so that, it's more exciting. People get bigger numbers. I don't know. I hate looking at numbers like, 1,000 and 10,000, and I have a hard time glancing at them and telling what they are just on sight. I have to like look and then take a second to process, you know. But then I guess I don't technically need to know what the numbers are, 'cause Revlo does it, so it's not like I have to do the math. Revlo does the math for me. You to boss. I know I to boss, but I'm also learning. I haven't been doing this that long. Um, I'm having a blast though, learning lots of stuff about the computer. I'm not very tech savvy, which I've said 100 times on stream. Uh, so I've had to have help learning what OBS is and how to use it, and a computer, or well, I know what a computer is and how to use it for the most part, but more complicated stuff on the computer, and like how to hook up a webcam, and how to how to troubleshoot when for some reason your microphone isn't working. Like, this is stuff I could not do last year. And I'm still panicky when it happens this year, don't get me wrong, but we're getting there. It's a learning process. You guys are along for the ride. But I'm having a blast. I really am. I love this. It's just been so much fun. It's relaxing. I look forward to it. I'm bummed when I'm at my real job because then I can't be here. It's definitely been a learning process. What else did I? Oh, I just got a Discord. That was new to me. Uh, Twitter I've been on for a little while, but I've definitely been more active on Twitter lately. Facebook, I still hate Facebook, but Facebook is just still the best, easiest way to get to all the other crafters. Because the crafters have not gotten onto the Twitter bandwagon yet, unfortunately. So, have you tried Instagram? I haven't tried Instagram. My sisters use Instagram, and they keep telling me to join it. I'm like, man, I can't handle one more thing. Are you kidding? I should, though. Is it Instagram or... No, my sisters do Snapchat. Snapchat is what my sisters do. Uh, and I did try Snapchat, and I was like, this, I don't understand. And then I deleted it off my phone. For, um, I'm one of those people that really, really, really don't like it when there's the little notifications on top of my screen or whatever. Like, it just drives me insane. So I, I opened it to just look at it so that it would go away, so the notification would go away. I didn't know that looking at it on Snapchat means the picture goes away. You can't go look at it again. I didn't know that. So I was like, why can't I go back and look at all the stuff my sisters did? And it was gone forever. I was like, aw. I should try Instagram though. I wonder if, because I have a Weebly website, uh, one, because it's free, and two, because they have the website builder to help you make it. I wonder if they have some kind of like Instagram feed thing so that I could just post pictures to the Instagram and then it would pop up on the website somehow so that I wouldn't have to keep uploading pictures to the gallery because it's annoying adding pictures to the gallery. Uh, and then I'm like, how many pictures do I add to the gallery before it starts to bog down the page? Just because there's so many images. Because I have lots and lots of images. I probably have a few thousand pictures just of stuff I've made, because I always take, multiple pictures of each item, front, side, back, and stuff. Sometimes with a ruler, so you can see how big it is. So no, I haven't tried Instagram. I should try. Images should be a problem. I don't know, when they get too many pictures, my mother-in-law says it bogs down and then she has a hard time looking at it. She also has dial-up, so I know that's part of the problem. Uh, but uh, I know she's not the only person that has dial-up. Yeah. Uh, the gallery isn't the gallery on Weebly also isn't like a gallery where you can click to the next page, and you'll see like X number of pictures per page. It's just all in one long stream and you can scroll forever. And it tries to load the entire page. And I'm wondering if somewhere in settings I can change that. Uh, because that would be nice to change that for sure. Dial-up still exists? Yes, she lives in the country, and they don't have cable out there. They tried the satellite thing, but that was even more unreliable. That was extremely unreliable. And like I said previously, I live in a poor area. Uh, there's a few people even in town that have access to cable, that still use dial-up just because it's cheap and or free for them. I don't think I could go back to dial-up. Definitely not streaming. I couldn't stream from dial-up for sure. But yeah. I don't think I could go back. Even if I wasn't streaming, I don't think I could go back to dial-up. I'd lose my mind. I'd probably just rather exclusively use my phone than go back to dial-up. You've heard many stories? Oh my God. I had dial-up for years. Years. It was horrible. Like, when we discovered DSL, we were like, oh, thank you, dear Lord, sweet Jesus. Uh, oh my God. It would take forever to dial up. Like what we would end up doing is you turn the thing on to dial and it makes the noise. And if you haven't heard the noise, YouTube the sound of the noise. It's annoying as shit and you can't turn the volume down on it. You started with DSL and you're 25. Oh, okay, yeah. So you're a little younger than me. I'm 33. Uh, but yeah, Google that noise. This is annoying as shit. Anyway, so you would dial in, it would go through this whole process and it would go and go and go. So what you do is you start dialing, you go make a sandwich or take a shower, or sometimes, do both if it's still coming. And then you come back and then it would time out and you're like, oh, fuck. So then you gotta start it over again. And then you're like, oh, I'll go make a cup of coffee and straighten up the house a little bit, watch a 30-minute sitcom or something, go back to the computer like, oh, thank God it's online. Oh, it was so annoying. So annoying. And if you got booted and you had to redial in the middle of something, oh my God, you just rage quit the computer. Those were the days. And stuff took forever to load, forever. Uh, Trying to search for things on Yahoo, uh, and there'd be thousands of ads, and so the page would take forever to load because there's hundreds of ads and you're on dial-up and like they have pictures and stuff. So when Google came out and they didn't have no ads, I switched immediately to Google. It's like, heck yeah. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Yahoo. You just watched a video about the dial-up sound. Isn't that annoying? It's super loud. There's no way to turn it down. Yeah, there's zero way to turn it down. You cannot turn it down. It's just really loud because it's your actual computer dialing like a fax machine or still yeah, it still exists. That's basically the technology that fax machines still currently use. I don't know why we still use fax machines. I don't know why we just don't scan stuff and send it like a digital fax instead. That would be way easier. Yeah, it's the computer itself doing it. It's not like it's a program doing it. No, that's the sound the actual computer makes. It's not a matter of speakers. It's the actual machine itself dialing up. Those were the dark ages. No, believe me, if you could unplug a speaker, I would have. And we used to use Net Zero for a long time. And Net Zero was free. The problem with Net Zero is that since it was free, you had to fight people to get online. Um, so like I don't know, they'd only let X number of people online at a time, or their servers could only handle X number of people online at a time. So you would have to dial over and over and over and over again, hoping that one person disconnected for a minute so that you could slide in and steal their slot for your free internet. Uh, the other thing we did is, and so you probably never don't know what an AOL disk is then. AOL used to send out disks, and they'd be all like, 1,000 hours of free internet. Uh, and you'd have to sign up for AOL and sign up for an AOL email and go through all this process. And you would get your 1,000 hours of free internet with AOL. Well, what we kept doing is and the discs were like everywhere. You could use them as like skeet shooting practice if you wanted to. There were so many of them. Uh, every time our 1,000 hours was up, we would just re-sign up under a different name with a new email for another 1,000 hours. We did that too a lot. See all the fun you missed? Yeah, those were fun times for sure. And then DSL came out. Do you remember the discs at Circuit City? Yeah. They were like everywhere. Kmart had one for a little while. Yeah, Kmart always had one for a little while. Uh, and the Kmart one, you had to watch a video of an ad before it would dial up. Uh, but then if it didn't connect right away, it would start over. So you had to watch another ad, and then it would dial up after you watched the ad. And some of the ads were like 4 or 5 minutes long. So I hated when we had to do the Kmart ones. You loved the free CDs. Yeah, nowadays you can decorate your Christmas tree with them. They probably still have some in the garage somewhere. Oh, I'm sure they're still floating out there. I wonder if they still issue those things. Free internets for 1,000 hours with AOL. And they had that whole You've Got Mail movie. Oh yeah, the yodeling Yahoo commercials. Or oh, what was it? Oh God, there was another yodeling commercial. It was not it was a phone thing. It was like woohoo, 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 woohoo. I forget what that was. What was that? It was a phone thing. But I remember that commercial. That one was a fun commercial. gosh, what was it Vonage? I think it was Vonage. It was like a phone through the internet thing, which when that was a new idea. And then everyone just got cell phones. Okay. I haven't watched commercials in such a long time now. I don't even know like what's going on out there. We don't have cable anymore, and we just use like Netflix, and we have Amazon Prime, so we don't have to watch ads on Twitch anymore. So I have no idea what's going on, if there's any new cool things out there or not. Well, we're in the home stretch of these arms, and I can stuff them and sew them on. Do I have enough stuffing? I might have to go grab more stuffing. One, two, three. Could be more stuffing, sounds like. Yes, although you probably don't want to eat my stuffing. I haven't eaten since before midnight though, so I'm probably going to start getting hungry here pretty soon to myself. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Scoot you out of the way. Now here, I'll start with a smaller piece. My stuffing stuffer, which is actually just a wooden knitting needle. Okay. Arm number 2. The cool thing about crocheting stuffed animals is that like your hands will just get tired crocheting after a little while, but then you get to do something different like stuffing it and then sewing the pieces on. So your knuckles get a break from crocheting, and then you can go back to crocheting for a little bit, and then you get to stuff and sew more stuff. So that's kind of fun about it. More. Where if you're making like a blanket, then you're just crocheting all the time. And it's, a couple 100 hours to make a blanket. Or at least, a complicated, nice, good sized blanket. Okay, and scoot over the stuffing bucket. I don't like how wobbly the head is. I might sew the head a little bit down more. Okay. Okay. Now we have to make sure he's symmetrical, or at least mostly symmetrical. Sometimes with oh sorry, I'm off camera. Uh, Sometimes it's a little rough making stuffed animals that are handmade exactly symmetrical. Thus is the nature of handmade, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Because then your item is unique. Even if I make 10 of the exact same thing, they're not going to be the exact same thing. So yours is going to be just a little bit different than everybody else's. I kind of like it, especially when it's stuff like purses or hair ties and stuff like that. Because one of the reasons women spend a lot of money on purses is that nobody else has that purse, and the purse is really cute. I don't spend a lot of money on purses. I spent $20 on my work bag. It lasted me like, I don't know, 6, 7 years. And then I spent 35 on the next one because I couldn't find another one for 20 that I liked. And that one's lasted me, 5 years so far, and it's not done yet, so. And then I don't carry a purse other than my work bag. I don't know, I have a wallet. I just don't like carrying around a purse. I don't want to have to carry anything. It's probably a good thing I don't have kids because then I'd have to carry a diaper bag, and I definitely don't want to have to carry a diaper bag. Of course, then you'd have a stroller, so you just put it in the stroller, you wouldn't have to carry. I just don't like carrying things. Oh yeah, his head's way too floppy. So we're going to fix that. I do not like how floppy that is. Come on. There we go. Diaper bag. Yeah, I'm just not a purse person. You could barely carry yourself. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to go like this. Like even like if we go to the store and even like if it's the craft store and so the only thing we're buying is stuff for me, even if it's only like one grocery bag or whatever, uh, the lady hands it to me and then I hand it to Steve and then he carries it to the car. Like I don't carry nothing. And part of that at this point is this that I'm spoiled because he carries everything, so I don't have to carry anything. So that's part of it. Oh, gotta remember to get on camera here for this part. Okay, yeah, that's better. Not floppy at all anymore. Much more secured. I like that a lot better. So now just hey there, Manser. I'm working on a Hobbes right now from Calvin and Hobbes. Got a picture of him right there. Or right there. Okay. 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 Unfortunately, you're at the end though. Sorry. Um, I stream 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 6:09 for me. Um, I won't be back the next 2 nights. I have to go to work, but after that, then I'll be back streaming again. Hobbs, I'm going to finish off stream because the person who wants it quickly, and so I told him I would work on it off stream so that'll get done faster. But thank you guys, everyone who came and hung out. We finished this a Litten earlier in the stream. At the beginning of the stream, we finished him up. He came out adorable. So he'll be going to his new home probably on Monday. Uh, I gotta remember to take pictures. I didn't take enough pictures of some of the other things I made, so I was really bummed out about that. So I gotta remember to take pictures of this one for sure. But have a good night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Uh, Remember, I won't be back the next 2 nights, but I'll be back after that. I unfortunately have to go to work, but I will see you guys later. Thank you again.